Dobro jutro. Again, that's Dobro jutro. It's Bosnian for good morning. As you can see, I got my crazy hair on because it is crazy hair day because we're trying to do like a little spirit week this week. So, hope you got your crazy hairdos and crazy hair on this morning. So the share topic for today would be, would you rather have a pet butterfly or a pet spider? For me, that would definitely be a pet butterfly. I'm not really scared of spiders, but you just don't like the creepy crawly. The butterflies seem pretty and pretty calm and not quite as scary looking, I guess. I don't know. So talk that over with your siblings or your family, or if there's anybody that pops by the house today, ask them that share topic and see what they have to say. Feel free to also comment to this post with your would you rather have a pet butterfly or spider. The activities to get today would be the game we've done before, the never-ending word. The theme is colors. So the way that works is whoever's going to play, if someone wants to play, you come up with a word that, like, for example, I would say purple. Okay, so the person after me would have to think of a word that fits the theme, which the theme is colors, that begins with the last letter of the word the person said before them. So since I said purple, the person after me would have to think of a color that began with the letter E. So that can get tough, but you know Crayola, they have fun color names. So if I had to think of one, I would go eggplant, because yes, that's technically a vegetable, but it's also a color, eggplant. You can find in Crayola box somewhere. Okay, and then the next person after them would have to think of a color that began with T, and so forth and so on. Okay, then news for the day. So again, today's crazy hair day. Tomorrow, give me a second because I forgot what tomorrow is for our Spirit Week. I wrote it down on my phone. So tomorrow is Dress Like an Old Person Day in honor of the generation that is at most risk for this coronavirus. Today was the in honor of our hairstylist, because a lot of us can't get to go get our haircuts and hairstyled because they had to close everything down. So my personal hairdresser is Michael Lester, so shout out to him, and hopefully he'll get to help me out soon. All right. Then, the other news. Today would have been an F day, so I don't have an MIT activity for you to do in mind, because normally on our F day, this is where we would say, all right, as long as you've done all your work and all caught up, then you can have free time during MIT time. So, you know, since there's really no work to be done until they give us further instructions, I guess it's up to your parents to decide whether or not you get free time from 1:50 to 2:30. Okay, today's posting, so right after I finish submitting this video, I'll go ahead and do the read aloud. For now, I'm still reading Journey to the River Sea, and today it'll be chapter 4. However, after yesterday's long chapter, I started flipping through and realizing that a lot of the chapters are kind of long. So today, they are opening the school just for teachers and staff. Sorry that you can't come by, but I'm going to go in there and grab some other chapter book options, and maybe some other that are not chapter book options to read aloud to you. But I'll let you guys vote on it. If you're really enjoying this book, Journey to the River Sea, I don't want to stop it, but I'll have a couple of other options, and I'll post those, and you guys can vote on what would you like to be your read aloud for your ELA time. But I'll let you know that tomorrow. But for today, I plan on going ahead and reading chapter 4. Then, this afternoon, around 2:30, I plan to post a video that goes through the dividing decimals practice that I posted yesterday in Google Classroom. So again, if you have not tried to complete that dividing decimals practice, please get on there and try to do that. I have given you the SchoolNet code if you would like to take it online, but I've also just posted a copy of the questions that way so that you can also just write them down on paper, whatever you choose. But if you haven't tried it, try it so that when I go over them this afternoon, maybe you'll be a little more familiar with it, and maybe, hopefully, you'll realize that you got a lot of them correct. Let's see, other announcements. So, unfortunately, if you haven't heard, yesterday the governor decided to keep schools closed until May 18th. So schools actually closed all the way through May 15th, which I'm theorizing that if they open it back up, that means on May 18th we would get to see each other again. There's a lot of questions. I have no answers, unfortunately. I keep checking my email every day from Mrs. Palmer and other school board officials and that kind of thing, and so far there's no other word than do what we've been doing, like me posting these videos. I still am not allowed to teach anything new yet. As soon as we get more information, I will pass that along to you and to your parents, but for now, schools are closed until May 15th. So we'll find out a little bit more what that means as far as the rest of the school year and online learning and all of that. So just keep on keeping on. Thank you for all those that are keeping your skills sharp. I appreciate that, and it will end up doing you a lot of good in the long run. Okay? Speaking of keeping your skills sharp, I told you that I would try to keep daily posts on Dreambox and Extra Math. Since I can't give out actual awards anyway, we'll do shout-outs, daily shout-outs. So yesterday's shout-outs for Dreambox, the most time goes to Kaylin. She was able to complete 2 hours and 48 minutes worth of time yesterday. That's a lot of time. Most lessons, again, would go to Kaylin, but since we're trying not to just let this be a sweep across the board, we're going to go to the second place person for most lessons completed, and that is Finn. Congratulations, Finn. He completed 8 lessons. Most proficient standards, that means you guys have completed and done well in these standards, and we have a 3-way tie. Gabby, Finn, and Kaylin all have basically passed and completed at least one standard for math, so keep up the good work. Most progress in standards actually goes, again, second place because Kaylin got the first place, but then again, she's also spending 2 hours, so that kind of makes sense. But Deshawn sweeps the second prize for getting the most progress in 5 standards. So good job, Deshawn. I'm glad to see that you are also working in Dreambox. There's some honorable mentions because, again, the recommended time for daily Dreambox activity is 15 to 20 minutes. So if I haven't already mentioned your name, the following students have gotten really close to that 15 or gone past that 15 to 20 minute range, even if they weren't able to make the top of the list in the other categories. So the honorable mentions for at least 15 to 20 minutes yesterday was Ramon, Maddox, and Christopher. So let's give them a hand for doing all of that. Extra Math. Yesterday looks like the only activity, or at least the only completed sessions yesterday, was Kaylin. So Kaylin, good job. Keep up the good work. And then I got an email from Epic Reading, actually, that let me know that they are going to waiver the fees because before now you would not able to really access Epic from after school hours. Like your parents would have had to pay money, a subscription fee to be able to use Extra Math outside of school time. Basically. So they have decided they're going to offer full access, or at least more access than they've been doing until the end of June. So I have sent an email out to all the parents that were connected to Dojo with their emails that they posted on Dojo. So encourage your parents to check their emails because now, if you didn't have access before, you now will be able to get free access using your parents' email for epic reading. And also what I'll try to remember to do is attach login instructions if you haven't really known how to get onto Epic, or maybe you forgot our school code or our classroom code or something. So I will post how to log in along with this video. But since we now have more access, I wanted to go ahead and start recognizing some activity on Epic. Kind of like Dreambox, it is recommended that you guys spend 15 to 20 minutes reading. So some of you read several different things, and you might not read a book on Epic. So if I don't say your name, please don't stop reading actual books. I understand that you may not be on Epic because you're reading a chapter book that's a physical book and just not on Epic. So I'm trying to figure out unique ways to reward or shout out, just like I do with Dreambox, but for now all I knew to do was just to see who has maybe completed the most time each day in Epic. So that would go to Maddox. Congratulations, Maddox, for getting the most time yesterday on Epic Reading. If you have any ideas of how to shout out to people for being on Epic, just let me know. But there's plenty of you that are reading something besides Epic, so good job for you too. Maybe if you want, why don't you share with us what you are reading, even though it's not on Epic. That way I can at least see what you guys are doing. So with that said, that is all the announcements I have today. Tomorrow, like we said, is the old person day, where you have to dress up like an old person because they are the ones most at risk. And I'm going to try to get better at posting these earlier. I can promise you that they will not come up before 9:30, no matter how hard I try. You know, I have to get up, and now that we don't have to really report to school first thing in the morning, I do sleep a little bit later, and I'm sure you guys do too, but I will try my best to get them at least before 10:30. I think I can commit to doing that. So you can expect a morning meeting video between 9:30 and 10:30. Okay? If you have any special requests for books to be read aloud, or math review topics that you want me to go over or demonstrate again, or maybe while you guys were practicing and looking for things that you can do online, if you have online activities that you feel I haven't already mentioned that you want to share with your classmates. For example, Prodigy. I have actually heard from a lot of other teachers that Prodigy is actually good. So I'm going to look into that a little bit closer, and maybe we can start opening up Prodigy as another form of practice. So as long as you're doing something, don't stress over how much you've done, or studying notebooks rigorously. As long as you are trying to read for 15 to 20 minutes a day, practice something with math 15-20 minutes a day, then you will not be any further behind than other students. So thank you. I miss you so much. And I hate that we can't see each other before May, but you never know what tomorrow holds. You know, next week or so, Governor Cooper may decide that it's all safe and clear, and we can come back and see each other sooner. But for now, I guess I will actually see you physically May 18th. So have a good day, and look forward to sharing more videos with you later.